Three, two, one, action.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back from our 2-week Sunday hiatus. Sorry about that, but we're back with another question and answer video. So let's get right into it here.
I'm Santo, my son Daniel.
Yes.
We're both full-time realtors.
Yes. And so we'll get right into it here. And the first comment comes from Neb Nigel. And Neb Nigel says, are you considering adding in the Oakville market?
Neb Nigel, thank you for your comment. There's lots of markets I would love just to do a show on. Oakville's one of them. Barrie, Newmarket, Ajax. We can go on. Like there's so many markets. I get people asking me
Ajax,
for. We don't. No.
Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Aurora, Newmarket.
Okay.
Sorry, you're right. But there's many markets I would love just to do the show on. The truth is, we work those markets, but I don't have time. We just, we couldn't. We missed the last two Sundays just because there's only so many hours in a day. The only reason I don't do a show on those markets is just time. I would be a full-time YouTuber, and it's not my goal. I hope you enjoy what we are doing, but we just don't have time to do more markets.
And I think people would start getting annoyed if they got another notification for another video in their inbox.
I know, I'd get annoyed.
But it's funny, you said full-time YouTuber, and there's another comment that said, this guy is the worst YouTuber.
I'm not trying to be a great YouTuber. I'm actually delighted and grateful so many of you enjoy our content the way it is.
We hit 13,000 subscribers recently.
That's exciting, eh? 13,000 subscribers.
Thank you all so much for watching these videos. It's definitely probably like, I would say 12,900 more than we thought we'd have.
Yeah, once we got past family, then we're wondering where the subscribers are coming from. We don't have that much family, thank God.
We appreciate you guys watching, so thank you. Let's get into the actual questions here now. So we have one comment here from CR Hayes. And this is with
made me nervous. I thought you were going to go CRA.
No, CR Hayes. And this is with the response to our video on the condo market, how, it just doesn't make sense sometimes, right?
Prices per square foot.
Prices in general just don't make sense.
Right, okay.
But they say, I experienced this. Just sold a 1-bedroom in Liberty Village for $1,000 a square foot in 3 weeks, comparable price to many units in the building. Just before this, someone purchased a studio in the same building for $1,100 per square foot, after being listed for nearly 2 months. Absolutely no comparables exist to justify this price. I can't understand this for the life of me.
Neither can I. Unfortunately, some people, we talk about the buyers buying it and, what were they thinking? Sometimes it's the buyers actually not thinking. So yeah, you got to wonder, why are they not thinking about it? And they're just taking advice from their realtor blindly, which, look, I believe in any field, whether it's law, accounting, medical, real estate, hire the best people you know, but also think for yourself at the same time. Understand what's logical, what's not, and people are going to overpay. And maybe there's a reason. Maybe the next, to the 1-bedroom price point just didn't work for that buyer, and they really wanted to buy, and so they paid a little bit more to get the studio that was still below their price point. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but often they're getting bad advice or the wrong advice from the people they're working with.
So Ken Lim 9901 says, Santo, you got it all wrong. That was a segue, actually. Santo, you got it all wrong.
Okay.
The logic is money laundering that Canada doesn't care about, encourages, is unable to fight, and has no will to fight and protect Canadians.
He's not all wrong, actually. I wanted to say something profound in my answer, but he's not entirely wrong. It seems the government is not doing enough to stop money laundering. it seems they're not doing enough to even, street level fraud when it comes to mortgages, for example. This whole thing about, oh, we're going to peg it to the CRA. What a revelation. Like, why didn't they do this 20 years ago?
Yeah.
It's like, come on. And we know the fraud is happening and the money laundering is happening, but it's not isolated. The person, say the buyer or the fraudster who's committing fraud, they're not operating alone.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time we heard somebody going to jail for something like this?
I know.
When have the banks said, hey, one of our managers, we caught them involved in this and called the cops?
Yeah.
They even write a reference letter so they can leave and go work at another bank. So you're right. Unfortunately, the government can easily be doing more.
Yes. Okay, so next question here. Well, we're having so many good segues here. So as per Queen 544 says, as per CMHC, income verified from CRA is going to be implemented from October 1st. What will happen after that to property prices?
No idea.
No one will be able to afford the homes they live.
Nobody can buy. Well, I'm sure there's one or two legitimate buyers out there. I'm kidding. There's a ton of legitimate buyers. Mm-hmm. I think I got to say part of the reason sales are a bit lower and say, let's just say there's fewer buyers out there than the last few years. I think it's because of how much light has been shone on this whole money laundering, not money laundering, more of mortgage fraud and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think with this coming, the banks have already tightened up. Yeah. And with some of the programs on TV, with Marketplace exposing some of this, the banks on their own are doing more about it. And so I think there may be fewer buyers involved. And if there's enough, I could see it softening prices. Mm-hmm. You remove the people, you remove some of the buyers, and there's just more inventory out there, right? But it's tough to say what's going to happen with inventory. Are there going to be fewer listings to offset that? Like, we don't know what's going to happen with prices, but it doesn't matter. What's really important is that it stops. Yeah. The money laundering and the fraud, right? Yeah. The mortgage fraud.
Yes. So next comment here comes from Stephen Firmoil 4578.
Welcome, Stephen.
And Stephen says, your stats may be great on paper, but we see prices trending down and days on market longer. It's not rocket science, not trending up.
So what is he saying? I'm lying with my stats?
Maybe. I guess so.
His name was Stephen?
Stephen, yes.
Is that his real name?
I think so.
Stephen, I'm not sure what you're getting at there. My numbers are accurate. None of them, first of all, are predictions moving forward. It's all data that's already happened. And so I'm analyzing those numbers, and working out an average is not rocket science. You got how many sold divided by the total value. You get an average of the total sold. Median price is not rocket science either. But the data is the data. Those numbers are right. And if you see something else that may be in a certain pocket, because I know you can't be looking at the whole area, and maybe that's where there's a disconnect. I'm giving you an average of, say, the whole city of Toronto or all of Vaughan or all of Mississauga. Mm-hmm. But there are pockets that'll behave differently within that area. And I say that all the time. This is just a total average. Neighborhoods are going to behave differently, but all those neighborhoods together make up the total average. So my numbers are accurate. Probably, they're extremely accurate, I was going to say. As far as what's out there, they're also, right up to date, but you may see something different out there.
Well, I think what people are seeing is inventory piling up. So we're talking about the amount of the actual sales that have happened, and we see that inventory has grown pretty substantially, and it's growing everywhere, but we're talking about the ones that are selling. Yeah. And so, you take a comment like this and he says, and days on market longer. So if you're referring to the stuff that's not selling, I mean, we're not necessarily talking about that. We do talk about that in the sense of, you can see the active listings versus how
Yeah.
many have actually sold, but
But
we're
I'll even
talking about what's actually selling,
right,
right?
and I'll even say, I'm surprised at this. I'm surprised at that. It doesn't make sense, but those are the numbers.
Yeah.
I want to say one more point on this.
Mm-hmm.
When it's Stephen,
Stephen.
right? Stephen, when you refer to days on market, I'm not sure where you're getting that number. I have it days on market on our months of inventory. I don't talk about it often though. It's not often you hear me pinpoint it out.
Yeah.
Just because it truly is not an accurate number, and unless I personally keep tab on every listing and count how many days
And how many times it's been listed.
like it's just an
Yeah.
impossible feat for me to do. So I take the average days on market also, but that's listing days on market, and that's where it's just not accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Property days on market would be a more accurate number. So if a property gets listed, it's on the market for 30 days, it doesn't sell, it gets canceled, that listing, and relisted, and then it sells in 2 days because it's a far better price now. Days on market for that property is 2 days, but it's a listings days on market.
Property days on
It
market.
ignores the 30-day prior, which I wish it wouldn't. And I wish it would say, well, this property's been on the market 32 days instead of 2 days.
Yeah.
So days on market, if you're looking at that, it is not an accurate number. And it really isn't climbing that much.
Yeah. Okay, so next comment here comes from Walter Penn 371. And Walter says, the major reason for having a very reliable real estate agent, lawyer slash financial advisor, the honest ones, not crooks, will really help with common sense advice. When it comes time to make the proper decisions, one can be assured that they've made the right choices. Thanks, Santo, for your honesty.
Amen. If I had a mic, I'd drop the mic, I'd walk away.
That's it. Thank you for the nice comment, Walter.
Thank you, Walter.
So
can we just keep reading that comment over and over again?
We're going to keep that comment and use it in every Sunday video. Okay, so next comment here comes from D-Town SSQWE.
Downtown.
And so
Downtown Brown.
They say, and this is with regards to our video where the agent had given the buyer the lockbox code and allowed them to
that upsets me so much.
Access the property on their own. So participating in fraud is the most grievous thing some realtors are engaging in.
Yes.
In this case, the home was empty and nothing to steal. But if the listing agent is not aware, then I agree it should not be done. If they were to know, I see no big deal, even if CREA made a rule. That's a Canadian real estate.
You're telling me who they are?
Yeah.
Thank you. I was wondering, CREA, what is that? Thank you.
Most, if not.
Kids today, eh?
Most, if not all of the rules, CREA, that's the Canadian Real Estate Association.
Oh, thank you for that.
Are for the convenience of the realtor and the association, not for the benefit of the buyers.
It's funny you say that. You're saying the rules are for the benefit of the agent, not the buyers, or not the public, we'll say in general. If you're a realtor, you don't feel that.
Yeah.
You feel the rules are the other way. All the rules are to benefit the public. I'm not saying anything against that. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
But the good realtors, the ones that, like no realtor's perfect, but some try really hard to follow the rules and do the best service they can for their client. They don't always get it right, but their heart's in the right place and they try hard to do things the right way. Those are the ones that get really pissed off and upset when they see other realtors skirting the rules and nothing happens. Like if I call Rico and complain about a realtor, it's an uphill battle. It's like to the point where, why am I going to call? Why am I going to waste my limited time already to, for some other meatball out there? I hope and pray that many times the public just starts to get to know who the bad ones are and just stops dealing with them, force them out of business.
Yeah.
Unless it's something really serious, then I'm going to call Rico.
Okay, so next comment here. Next comment had me a little bit shocked. So it's from Audit the Auditors.
Audit the Auditors.
And they say, No one knows where prices are going. I
Right.
remember when rates started going up, this guy was predicting a 30+% price drop.
Which guy? He's
You.
talking about me?
You?
I thought he's talking about some other guy.
It's talking about you. Unless you left the comment on the wrong video, but talking about you.
Am I moonlighting somewhere else? Do I have
don't
another
know.
show somewhere else?
Someone's got some AI version of you that's making predictions, I guess.
Is that the end of the comment?
That's the end.
What's his name? Audit.
Uh,
Audit the auditor. Audit the auditor. You need
Audit-
to audit your comments, my friend, because I have never. First of all, it's next to impossible to get me to even make a prediction, let alone predict 30%. I may say these people are saying we're going to drop 30%, and then I may turn around and look at my data and say it's hard to believe it, but it ain't me. I didn't do it. Wasn't me. What's that song? Wasn't me.
Shaggy.
Wasn't me.
Shaggy, yeah.
Shaggy. Wasn't me.
Yeah, so I don't, I can't remember a time where we've predicted it.
We just don't.
Stay away from predictions.
Well, because anything can happen at any time, at any moment, go sideways. I don't want to be that guy that he's talking about, actually.
Well, I was shocked about it because we actually very actively make a strong effort to not make predictions. We talk about this all the time, right?
Yeah.
We make an effort to not make predictions. So if you can find that video, send it to us. Let us know which one it was.
Oh, yeah. Send us the video. That'd be great.
I'd be interested to see that. But anyways, next question here comes from DINOA.17. And they say, Toronto and Vancouver house prices will go down 85% imminent.
You saving your money?
Whew, I'm going to be able to buy cash.
Why don't we split one? We'll buy two.
Yeah.
85%. Now, audit the auditor. You should be recording what this guy just said. 85% price drop. What do you want me to say? Should I be commenting? I don't know what to say.
Be careful. Don't predict anything.
Look.
Seems unlikely.
I think if prices drop 85%, we will not be talking about real estate.
Yeah.
There will be other very, very simple, more complicated things going on in our world than what's the price is going to do this week.
Yeah.
So anyways, 85%. It's a long way to go.
Yeah, let's see. So
let's keep watching.
Next comment comes
You'll hear it here first.
Yes, that's right. So next comment comes from M.B5777. And this was in response to our video about the home in York region that was the person had purchased it in 2017 and it sold it this year
the same price.
For the exact same price.
What, 1.7 I think was that?
I think it was around there, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was so MB says, factor in inflation, repairs and maintenance. This person lost huge amounts of money.
Agreed.
It's actually pretty, like we highlighted that particular one because it was actually pretty crazy to think that, in what's it been, 7 years, that you could sell that house for the exact same amount that you paid for it.
And we've seen some major 21, 22. Yeah. We've seen some major price appreciation. Yeah. But 2017, 2018, there was also that. And this guy just, I guess,
well, it was so
overpaid so much the first
that
time.
Purchase was mid-April 2017.
So they hit
just boom. Right there. It was right there. And then they did
after they bought.
Yeah.
We labeled it the peak.
Yeah.
Because of that one purchase. That's the peak. We're done. All downhill from there.
That's it. But okay. And next comment here comes from Rajesh1083. And they say, very dramatic thumbnails in all your videos.
Thank you.
We're running.
We try hard to make them dramatic.
We're running out of, yeah,
I'm running out of facial
we're running
expressions.
out of
I gotta
facial
say,
expressions.
how's this one? Point.
We could just use this. I don't know why we don't use the same picture over and over again.
We
And
just take 5. We got the 5 that we keep circulating.
Exactly.
We go from there. But thanks for noticing.
Yes. So last comment here was from at Jordan-7NE.
Jordan,
And
what's going on?
they say, is that spa music intentional in the background?
Spa
It's
music.
difficult to focus on what's being said.
Thank you, Jordan.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
This has been...
because this one here, have been telling this guy that's in charge, VP of marketing over here, and everything video, everything production. He's the producer of this show, the other videos, those property tour videos. He's the producer. And that music, I have been saying, what are we doing?
All right. So
When you say spa music, it's actually putting it lightly, because that's not what I call it.
Yes. Okay. So what I will say is, in my defense, okay, I was listening to when I edit these, I have to listen to these videos like, 3 or 4 times while I'm editing them. And sometimes it just feels like it needs something. So I thought maybe putting a little bit of music in the background would help.
That's not what they're complaining about.
It's too loud? Or the type of music? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's too loud. Sometimes it's been too loud.
Okay, we
right?
tried something. You know what, Jordan? You convinced me. Okay. This video.
I've been trying for years. Thank you, Jordan.
And
I'm with you.
You've convinced me. This video will have no background spa music. We're good.
Unless we do this show like in the tub and
in the spa.
We could be in the spa.
That's
we could have towels on our head.
That's right.
Then it'd be appropriate.
So no music on this one, but that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll be back next Sunday.
Let's do it. We missed the last couple Sundays just because of work. But
yes,
guys, thank you. We appreciate you taking the time to watch us.
Thank you so much. Leave your comments in this video. Leave your comments in the videos that we do during the week, and hopefully we can put your comment in the show.
Enjoy our first long weekend of the year.
Oh yes, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. All
right. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you guys soon.